Dang, 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 dang. Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me see if I'm on the right place. Hello, is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. Let's get this show started. What a mess. See ya.
Hi, I'm Mary Gunn. Welcome to Fun University.
Hello, American Fun, founder and head professor of Fun University. You are here right now. Fun University is the creatively teaching part, or the teaching creatively part of Craft Roulette, which is the ultimate paper crafting card making challenge that we play every Friday at 6:30 over on our other YouTube channel, Craft Roulette. And you are always welcome to join us. We don't do any teaching or selling over there. We don't do any selling over here either, but we do, and we probably really don't do a lot of teaching, but we do something. We mostly just have a good time. Thank you, Chatterboxes, for being here in the front row, back row, and everywhere in between. I am watching you in the back row right now. But really, it's hot and miserable here, and I'm so glad to have a nice air-conditioned house. You know who doesn't know that they're really glad, but know that they're really glad are the dogs. The dogs are so happy. They go out and they go every time they go out. They're like, it's going to be cooler. It's not cooler. And then they come in and they're like ready to just lie down right in front of the fan. That's right. Grandma Gay, Mr. Mike says hi right back. So anyway, this is Craft Roulette's episode 123, which was really fun, 100% really fun, wrap up or follow up, and we had great parameters. We're going to talk about those here in just a minute. A little bit of housekeeping. I know we had a little issue with the contributions and the receiving of an email confirmation. That's just tricky. We pay for a service, and sometimes it works. Most of the time, it works. But who knows what was happening? Maybe it was the space debris. I don't have a clue. But I'm just glad the space debris didn't end up here or at your house. It didn't. Anyway, if you get to the thank you page, Mr. Producer tells me, pretty good chance that it came through. We do get the emails, but we don't know if you got it. So if that happens to you again, just if you get to the thank you page, you probably made it through. Then on Monday, if you're not on the board, just let us know and we'll figure it out. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I know you get into those little checkmark things like, oh, this has to happen, this is supposed to happen, this is supposed to happen, and you're well trained. So appreciate you being careful for all those little check marks. We have a new spin sponsor starting this month, and it is the Rabbit Hole Designs. You are going to want to be a part of every single contribution board because that's how you get eligible for the $25 giveaway that we will be doing every Friday in August. So that's extra fun and extra special. Our guest, Marianne Samuelson, is the founder and owner of the Rabbit Hole Designs, and we were very glad to have her be able to launch off her month of being a spin sponsor as our guest. Update on Brian, B&D Designs. He is supposed to get a pacemaker in the morning, so keep that guy in mind, and that would be Wednesday morning. So that's my update on him. That's all I have. He's in the hospital. Tonight, I have 3 cards we're going to be talking about stripes. Yikes, stripes! BeechNet's got them. And I don't have any of that gum. I don't know if they make that gum anymore. Do you remember how that gum tasted? It was like nasty stuff. You would get that fast burst of sugar, and then it turned into... Ugh. Anyway, I remember it quite well, apparently. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was pretty as pretty can be. And the wrappers were gorgeous. I loved the wrappers. So, it was all about the paper. Even then, as an 8-year-old, all about the paper. Let's go down to mail call and get this show started because we are going to talk about the projects that we got. We're going to make 3 cards. We're going to talk about stripes. That should do it, right? That should do it. Let's do this. All right. Thank you guys once again. for being here. You don't want to wear stripes that go across wise, do you, Lisa? Yeah, that's not a good look around here, that's for darn sure. This card came, I went out to the mailbox today, and this card came from the lovely Ann Schmidt. Look at how pretty. She's got this little giz right here. It's popped up just a teeny tiny bit, and it's holding this cool flap. Boink. And then it's got this real pretty embossing. I'm going to go down just a little bit farther. Here, maybe you can see better. She's showing off that beautiful two-sided paper. Got a lovely little card here. And so what did she do? This is like one of those cards you just want to figure out, right? So this is an A2 size card just for you. And it's on... Is this the A2 size? And then the card is just like a fourth of it. Yep, this is the A2 size part. Is just this little back piece. And then this front piece, probably going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Yep, 4 by 5 1/4. And then she's got an additional little square. That's all that is a square. And then she's folded it. Well, isn't that the cleverest thing? I may have to... make myself a little note about how cute this is. What did I get in there? I can't use my index finger on my left side because I was peeling peaches yesterday, and I got the peeler. Oh well. Golly, I'm obsessed now. The peelers did a little paper, a little paper thing. Nope. I think it's like a... There we go. Yep. Oh, I feel so much better. It's the little things. It's a little piece of release paper. Anyway, this is just a square. So how big is this square? Whoops. Yep. Okay. Looks like it is 3 3/4 for those who are taking notes. 3 3/4 square that makes that little triangle. Folded in half, corner to corner. And that's a really cool design. I like that very much. Sweet note. Thank you so very much, Anne. Appreciate you sending us a little card that we want to learn from. All the incidentals. We just love a good design. Got a beautiful card from Andy Zach in Maryland. Look at that. Isn't that bright and sunny? Woo! With a sweet little note inside. She said that when she thinks of me, she thinks of high energy. Which is really funny because I don't think of myself as high energy because I know how tired I am. But that was really very nice. And then the energy reminds her of the sun. And so she made a very sunshiny, bright card. I just think that's the sweetest thing. This is embossed. And I'm not sure how she colored it. I would guess Copics or alcohol markers. And then this is just this is a little mottled though. I don't know. Andy Zach, if you are here, you'll have to fess up what your technique was because it's really pretty. And it's just a gorgeous little spray of flowers with a little doily. Very bright and darling. Yeah. I am a big sleeper. Oh, you're welcome, Andy Zach. How did you finish this? What was your coloring technique? Metallic watercolor paint. Okay, metallic watercolor paint. Man, how many people want to ask the next question? Where'd you get it? That's pretty. I've never used it. That's pretty. Very nice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Journey Coach Jen sent this little envelope full of goodies. This was one of her contributions last week. This was her contribution last week. And it's so gorgeous. She's got a little, oh my gosh, look at this. She's got a little shaker in there. Things you miss on the gallery. You just can't tell all this, how fun all these things are. But she's got a little tag there because it was a pocket card. And then she put a little shaker in there with a pretty little mermaid. And I love that wave on there. You are so kind. That is a good looking card. Great colors. I think it had a real retro feel. I think it was partially because of the saturated colors. And And the choices with that salmon color or peachy color, warm pink. And she also sent a very lovely little note about Craft Roulette and a couple little darling things that I can put in some giveaways. So look how cute that is. Look how she modeled his fur so it looks furish. And there's a little guy. They're all giving each other little fives. I don't know if they have 5 fingers, but they're giving them whatever little paws they're doing. And there's some little stickers. Darling. Thank you very, very much, Journey Coach Jen. I will get those in. Those will be perfect for those itty bitty gifts. So that is much, much appreciated. I don't know. We do have a post office box. I think it's down in the description if you are interested in taking advantage of that. We also have an affiliate link with Rabbit Hole, I think, but I don't think it's in the description. I'm so bad at these things, but I'm working on it. There's always room for improvement in this seat. Did notice in the chatterbox on Friday night that you guys were saying this was going to be a great gallery because of the variety of the parameters, and boy howdy were you ever right. This was a great gallery. We had the project was smaller and larger. Colors were blue, yellow, red, and pink. Elements were stars, and random was stripes. How smart of Mr. Wheel to put stars and stripes together. And he even put blue and red together. So we had, and whites are always a given. So very smart, Mr. Wheel. He's just a good guy, and he did the houses with the small scene lately. He's just really putting things together well for us. This was episode 123, and right now we have 130 contributions. If you go over to craftroulette.live, all down in the description, you can enjoy all of those cards. But if you're looking for something in particular, make sure you make a note, because you will get lost in all those ideas. It was the smaller, larger. My first thought was, when I put the parameter on there, I was thinking in the project it would be like a smaller card involved with a larger card. But that's just how I saw it. So that's not how you all saw it altogether. You did see it a little bit, but it's okay. You did see it as card parts, as I had, but you also applied it to any card size that you wanted, and then used it with the images that you used it. For instance, you used smaller and larger stars, bees, balloons, bears, and Caitlin Anthony, a guest crafter who has been on and will be on again, used a lady and a young lady. If you haven't checked it out over on craftroulette.live, recent or most episode 123, it's just worth looking at. Her coloring is just out of sight. Speaking of colors, we did have the colors blue, yellow, pink, red. We can always use our Craft Roulette neutrals, which are black, gray, white, brown, cream, ecru, and metallics. We throw in and craft. Lots of variety on your intensity, lots of variety on different shades that you chose. Blue to be a blue-green, more of a blue-green. There were some blended colors and got some green out of it, and I think some purples. It was very fun. Some of the colors are very bold. Some of them are softer and muted. Some of them are dusty, retro, modern, pop. It's all there, you guys. You love your parameters. You just love them. Oh, Mr. Wheel loves to give us trouble. He's been very nice lately. So hopefully he'll keep it up, but I think. Elements, we had stars. So we had to include a star on the card. There were lots of stars in the sky. There were lots of 5-point stars, which is always fun, because those are really easy to find, too, that you can find them in stencils and stamps and embellishments. Those are all very handy. That was a handy little parameter to choose. There were also implied stars. So we had the Google star, which is, if you were searching for what is a star, Google, it would tell you these 5-point stars and different things like that. we even had one that was stenciled in paste. Makira did that. That was really cool. But then you have the more abstract stars, which were splatters and water blops and different things. You also use them as a primary element on the cards. But not only that, you use them as embellishments, decorative accents. Vanessa B. did a great job of that. That's a great example of how you use them as decorative accents. And then Anna York did her 7th Star Wars card in a row. So that played right into her her little summer project there, her 5th parameter subject or summer project. Want to make sure that you all loved Linda Gorman's card with the golden stars coming down from the top of the card. It really was very stunning, and I would definitely want to take note of that one and replicate that as things. Especially, that seemed like a good idea for Christmas cards. I'm not sure how you would want to do that quite, but it just looked like a good translation for a Christmas card. Random parameter, we had stripes. We are going to talk about that. Marie Bland, if you didn't check hers out, she had a fancy ribbon design inside of a star. And that was quite a deal. But and then sometimes the stripes are very prominent, and sometimes they're tiny accents, such as Lynn Sanders did it with a tiny little ribbon embellishment. Oh, hi, Linda. You're welcome. Don't you think that would be a pretty Christmas card somehow or other? I think it really would. The stripes were in the background. Some of them were very, like I think I said, very bold. Some of them were very subtle, such as there was a wood. I think Cheryl Jackson did the wood grain, and that was her stripes. Very clever to sneak that one in. And some of them were parts of the stars. So we had striped stars, which I thought was a really good look. And that's kind of what I thought I would do originally, but I didn't. So then there were some stripes for you sneaky little craftettes and crafters, such as Amanda Stevens, who has, if you look at it, you go, where's the stripes? Where are you? But she had them on the little guys, cute guys from Alice in Wonderland, which is the rabbit hole design stamp, on their socks. It was very clever. There was Wendy Jarvis went sneaking in her stripes on a scarf, and Makira also went sneaking her little stripes in on some fishnet net stockings. So very, very clever use of stripes. The colors are fantastic. When you look at the gallery this week, you would probably be able to say, well, there must have had stripes and stars, but I don't think you would have as much ease figuring out the colors or the project parameter, because you guys did it all over. It would be a pretty Christmas card, wouldn't it? Tonight's project, let's go on down to paper. We're just gonna, it's not exactly like a one sheet wonder, but I was thinking about paper, and I'm gonna take a drink just a second. I'm just absolutely parched. Not really. Lisa Hunter, it is totally acceptable and advisable to ooh and ah over the cards. They are that good. Did want to say also we have pretty much fun with some coloring sheets now on our Patreon group. That was the one they got yesterday morning. Good morning. Welcome to August. Look at this robot. He is living the high life right here on in the summer with Kerwin, of course. So if you take a almost every paper pack has some sort of stripe involved. Why? Why is that? Well, probably because stripes are really versatile. You can make lots of different kinds of stripes. You can have thin stripes, fat stripes, wavy stripes, diagonal. You can make them diagonal. You can have them different colors. You can make them black and white. You can make them curvy, stitchy, colorful. You can do lots of things. You can crisscross stripes too and get a plaid or a grid. So lines, they're just lines too. And there's a lot about that you can do with a piece of paper like this. There's also another Fun University class on the power of line in cards. So that might be something too, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. You know what really surprised me about lines, and I don't think it was there, we didn't get any zebras or skunks in our parameters. I kind of thought we might. So I didn't, though. So anyway, maybe our patrons still have till Thursday night. Maybe we'll still get a skunk or a zebra. You never know. But we're going to make 3 cards, and they're different sizes. We're going to make a slim line. We're going to make, we're going to make an A2. And we're going to make a 4 1/4. And they all have a little something different. I'm using different paper too. So we're going to start with this guy. And the first thing we're going to do is cut 1 inch. 2 strips that are 1 inch long. There's one. And I wanted to opt for the horizontal orientation on purpose. Oh, wouldn't you know, I forgot to bring my little drawings over here, so I'm going to have to measure. Dang it. Okay, so that has a 1/2 inch, right? Or 1/4 inch? I don't know. So that goes to 3 1/4. Let's make it at 3 1/2. So I want to make a nice diagonal. I'm going to put, this is not going to turn out quite right. Hang on. I was about to say no piece of paper is going to get the best of me, and it almost got the best of me. So we're going to use this since I don't want to bring over my whole thing. And I'm going to we're going to cut at an angle like this. First, I'm going to go ahead and just fold this over because I'm going to make that as a hinge. Here we go. And then we're going to put this at 3 1/4. This corner down in the trough. Is that going to be right? Let's see if it's right. It's going to be right because we're going to cut it there. And then this will become the little corner piece on the 3rd card, and this will be this little piece on the 2nd card. Okay, we're good. This is a slim line. Shoink. This is a slim line, so it's my slim line tonight is 8 inches by 3 1/2. So you take a 7 1/2, 7-inch card and fold it in half, so you get 3 1/2 and then 8 long. And then these guys are going to be too short for one and too long for both. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put them on. Not overlapping because that will make it bulky in one place. And then we'll just stick this guy down here, trim his little self off. Patty taken off? Oh, good. We'll go have a nice time at the grocery store. Get some ice cream. Then we'll have a little scrap here. I also cut a piece of some kind of fun paper. The one thing about if you have stripe paper in all these different paper packs, chances are it's going to go with lots of different things. It's one of those basic versatile kind of papers, pattern papers that you get. Some things like that you get in pattern paper kits are not nearly as versatile. Some of them have icons on them. They'll have directional images, and they're not nearly as versatile as stripes. So that's probably why they use them so much. This piece is 8 by 2 1/2, and I'm going to put him right here. And that's going to be the little front. Now this little section right here, do I have a piece to go on it? I do. We're going to cover up that little seam with another piece of cardstock. This is obviously a party, and this will be 3 1/2 wide and 2 inches tall. So 2 by 3 1/2. And he's just going to fit right on there. Then I thought this is pretty too, with a little tone on tone. A lot of times in a paper pack you'll get a tone on tone, either a dark image, kind of a geometric or kind of nondescript shape. Either it'll be dark on a lighter piece of cardstock or a lighter on a darker piece of cardstock, but they're all going to be about the same color. So I thought that would be kind of a cute little tag on this front. I think it might be a little big. Nah, he's just fine. So for my tag top, I have some lovely old tags that make the best. They're kind of thick cardstock, but they make great templates. I just keep them on a pin over there on my sound foam, which this room is covered in sound foam. That's why I don't sound echoey. Echo, echo, echo. So now we've got this little guy. We can put a little something there. I don't know what we'll put up there quite. This tag is 6 inches long by 2 1/4 inches wide. For those who are keeping score in Rochester. I'm just hoping that it's fairly centered. You can always make it off-centered on purpose, and that's okay too. All right, and then look at this little guy. This is the cutest. This is a little Trinity stamp that I got. It's so cute. Of course, I love the dogs, right? So I got the little doggy here. He's got his little hat on. He's got some little confetti coming down, and he is very simply colored. What he does have, and he's on a little mat, but he also, it's perhaps hard to see, but he's got a little piece of acetate sticking out of the top because I'm going to add a balloon, and I don't want to cut out a balloon string. I don't know what's wrong. Where's my sense of adventure? But he's going to have a little balloon just off floating up above him. And he could be up on a little doolally if I had one of those doing doings, but I don't have a doing. So he could be popped up on some foam too, and then that would have a little bit of play too. But I thought that would be cute, and then you could just do a little string with some Sharpie. I think that would work. Let's try it. I'm going to put it just above this part. And pretty centered. Looky there. He's looking pretty good. We'll just stick that on there for now. Ugh. And I'm not going to attach the balloon to him because that's going to be hard, and I don't want hard. So I've left this nice little spot. I'm just going to do a loop-de-loop. Let's see how this goes. And we'll go underneath where the wild fern grows. There we go. That might be cute popped up too. And so that's why I use the acetate, just so I could draw on that and not have it not have the color behind bleed through or anything. It's probably not necessary. But I did it. Now, I had a little craft foam, but I moved everything. Did I tell you I organized? Dastardly proposition. I don't know where the right color is, so we'll just use something blue. It'll be perky. And he can be right like that. Yeah, that'll be pretty. It's okay if it doesn't match. If somebody's going to look down in there, it's okay. If they think, oh, I would never do that, well, that will make them feel better about their own crafting skills, and I'm all about that. That would be cute with some shine on it, too. So, there you go. Isn't that cute? And then, do I have anything for the center? I guess not. I thought I did, but I guess not. Card 1. Here it is in different colors, but with the same stripes. And this one, I definitely have the polka dots going on, too. Polka dots are another one of those standard pattern papers that that go with lots of different things. They look great with stripes. I was watching Murder, She Wrote the other night, and they did notice there must have been a little bit of a fashion in the 1980s for men to wear striped shirts with a different striped tie. I would not suggest that, but the polka dots, this polka dot kind of blends into the background. This one's got a little more definition, but they look fine with the little stripy stripes. Hi, Danica. So that I wouldn't do the Murder, She Wrote 1980s stripe with stripes, but I think polka dots with stripes is spot on great. So anyway, there's card 1. This will just be a scrap. So off to the side with ya. This little A2 size card. There's the pieces. Where's the balloon? I got a balloon for you too. Everybody gets a balloon tonight. Okie doke. And so here's that pink again. I'll let you see that I used it before. I'm going to just use, it's just a little bit smaller than the A2 size. It's 1/4 of an inch smaller than the A2 size, so it's 4 by 5 1/4. You could do this with anything that's grungy looking or whatever you prefer. I think I should have stuck this guy underneath here, so let's do that. Up, 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 up. Look lively. So I made a little hinge on there. He's going to go right, tuck under there. Oh, I did cut him too long in the tooth. Well, guess what? That's why we have scissors. Oh, he's crooked too. Oh, we're doing great. There we go. Now we have an extra dimension, which is another fold. Or a sharp edge or whatever, a different edge. Let's see if I can straighten him up just a little bit. Probably not. But we'll give it our best college try. Rock, chalk, jayhawk. There we go. So this is going to pop up. There's this little guy again, and he's got another little piece of acetate. I was thinking about how he could pop out from back here and things, but I'm not going to do that. And then he's going to, this is going to be one, and let's see. So if we brought him down here, then the little acetate and this guy could be down below. But if we bring him up here, then we can still bend over that for the envelope, and then he will pop. He will come back to life a little bit. Maybe not as great as some things. CPR. So if we bring him down just a little bit, be kind of cute. You just don't want it to have to fold on the balloon. So he either needs to be off the card, floating in space, and then fold over. You could, if you were really good, you could do some kind of slidey thing, but that's probably not going to happen. Same kind of deal with him. He's just Copic colored very simply. He's so cute. I just want to pet him. Maybe I should do that fancy. What was that? That fancy Journey Coach Jen technique where you make it look kind of fuzzy. Oh, but you know what? He's already colored. We're just going to go with it. And then that can just go right up there. So that when it folds down, and it will fold, but hopefully the person who gets this understands to lift it up. Well, there's this balloon on the back of the card, and it makes it so I can't open it. Oh, the dilemmas. The dilemmas. Okay. Move you up just a smidge and a scooch. So there's all these little gray dots things down in my carpet underneath the chair, and I couldn't figure out what it was until I realized it's from all the glue boogers. A fluff would be great. Yeah. But it's glue boogers from rubbing off ATC glue. And then it gets down on the floor. It does pick up. You have to kind of grab it. But that's what it is. It's from all these little glue boogers. So there's that guy. Do I have anything else for him? So he opens up like that. So that you're good with that. And then I did have a little saying, "You're positively amazing," for the inside. And he can go right there. And then on the inside, you have plenty of room for more pictures or gifts, Happy Mail, whatever you want to put in there. Boink! Oh yeah, that's lovely. It just pops right up. This would be cute. Hey, Ramona, it's been a long time. Nice to see ya. Boogers. I always think it's O-O. B-O. There's not too many U-U English words, but B-O-O-G-E-R-S. Yes. You have a chairman? Yeah, that's probably a really good idea, but I haven't done that. So anyway, that's this little guy. Here he is in the other. I think he could be a little dolled up. He looks a little plain, but he's cute. You know, we have this. I can stick a little some little tails on there or something with maybe. Oh, here we go. Let's just do it. Because he does look plain. Just so plain. That's going to spiff him up a little. Plus it says you party animal. Yeah. Meh. We'll have to trim him up. Stick. There is I haven't done any bling or any kind of shine or anything, so that might help too. There. See, that looks better already. Kind of got a diagonal line. It's still not. Oh, we need a line, don't we? Okay, here we go. This one's real wiggly. Yeah. Now, that looks more normal. And there's this little guy. Tweet, tweet. Isn't he cute? Aren't those baby birdies so cute? It's also a Trinity stamp. I just thought it was so cute. Hi, Sandy Boone. Oh, boogers. Umlaut. I got an umlaut in a booger. And then you open this one up, and you've got a double bookbinding card. So here we have one here. Hi, Tweetheart. And here we have one here. And you can also have just the regular A2 card. Whoa, think of all of those things. You've got the A2 card. You've got a flap. You've got a bookbinding mini card. You have a bookbinding another card. This is definitely for somebody that understands cards. And a flap. You don't want to give this to somebody who doesn't understand a card. So it would be a little too. And I did add some little stripes right there on that little darling scarf. Something about this scarf, I couldn't get the color right when I just used the turquoise, so I went over it with yellow, and that yellowed it up a little bit, made it a little more blue-green. And then added, yeah, so that's that. But that's a whole nother story. So there's card 2. Quad car. That's a lot of card, isn't it? It really is. You could put it just on a flat card, too. Like the cute little one that Ann Schmidt gave me earlier. So Here's that little dog again. This time he's on a little tiny bookbinding card. He's going to be a slide in. And we've got this little piece. This is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. The pink piece is 4 by 4. That little pink and that blue look so good together. The little nondescript, I don't know, pink on pink looks great with this blue-green. I think it looks very pretty. And then we'll just, anytime you can too, because when you're putting together a card, oopsie, you can always just put glue on a couple sides. Don't do all 4 sides like this one. And then you'll always have a pocket to keep your lunch money in. And that's just going to go right there in the corner. This is now a tag that's going to go in that little corner. This is going to be a card that somebody who understands cards should also get. Not everybody understands cards. You can cut off several of these different layers or details if you want to just make it for... If you made this, okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So if you made that with that balloon at 5 1/2, there's 5 1/2. Let's bring it down a little bit. Deflate that balloon just a little bit. No, he's fine. He's under 5. There's 5 1/2. So he's going to fit into a regular A2 size envelope as long as he's down far enough. With that, here we go. Just a loop-de-loo. I did that one freehand. No little sneaky snakies. And then you are positively amazing. He can go in here, or he can be part of the inside. Or you could put him down here, or you could stick another thing in, or you could make another card that goes on another card. The small, large. See, the large and small thing really got to me. I think I do want to put that in here. Whoopsie. Straighten up. Kids. Okay. And then you can cut, I did do this little piece. You can cut little corners. I'm not sure if it's going to work with the words, but we'll try it. You can cut some corners for it to hold it in place. I'm going to fold that one in half. Cut it in half. Now I'm folding it in half again, so this would be 1/4 of the circle. That's going to be the little catcher right there. I can glue him onto the card base. The back one. Placement. This one also has that. Yep, it's going to be fine. Okay. The words on this all have to do with birthdays. And so he can come up here. Stick him on here for placement. And then glue down the one side only, the flat. This one's going to be right here. That top little piece. And down here, yep, just along that flat side, I guess. Well, isn't that handy to realize? And there you go. Now you got yourself another cute little card. Oh my gosh. And here it is in the original. You're never sure what to do with colored images. Oh, Sandy Boone, you are the queen of colored images too. Oh, Grandma Gay, you're surprised. Yeah, I'm just been thinking a lot about pattern paper because I was asked about it the other day. So it's been hot on my brain. So there's all I've got for you. We've got, make some room here, boys and girls. Crafters and craftettes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, get that balloon in there. Crafters and craftette, ladies and gentlemen. Whoops. Let's bring him over here and this over here, and you can see them all. Look at there. Well, would you look at that? You can't see the balloon. There they are. All right. Good. I'm glad you liked it. You never know. You just never know. I never know. I'm never sure what I'm going to do. Well, actually, I actually have quite a bit of thoughting on this one. But that's stripes. So if you do look for a paper pack and you run out of stripes, what are you going to do? Oh, yes, you could make your own stripes if you need to. If you have a paper pack and you're not sure what to do, or if you're making your own colored images and you don't know what to do for a paper pattern with it, make some stripes. You can paint them, you can draw them, you can do with Copic lines and a marker, or not with a Copic lines and a marker, a Copic marker and a ruler. You can do strips of paper, black and white. Here's a good example. This was just with black and white stripe paper, or not, no, it's layered. But it just is a good foundation, especially, here's the other thing, if you have the stripes going up and down, then you're not going to have as much weight. It's going to just make your viewer go, where's it going? Going off the top of the card here, and I don't know where. But if you have it across, then it doesn't have that same. It has gravity. It has the horizon in the back, in the off in the foreground, background, wherever, and so it has a little bit of a different feel. Diagonals, great for fun. So strips of washi. That's a great idea, Rosie. Yeah. Love the bird stamp. I know, it's just the cutest little thing. Little bird stamps. It's a Christmas stamp. And I got it on sale. But it also says Seasons Tweetings. From our nest to yours. Sending warm winter wishes. This cold weather is for the birds. That would be good for you, Grandma Gay. I mean, for you, not Grandma Gay. For you, Lee Kindle and High Tweetheart. This also has some of those little nondescript stamps, so you can make those to go with it. Just don't ever. It's a great way to add a little something to a card, especially if you want to highlight a colored image. Perfect. So, let me thank our patrons tonight. I've got a whole bunch of things talking about patrons. We do have our new coloring sheet. Sandy Boone, I did send you something. Did you see it? I made you your own little Inukshuk family. But anyway, that's another thing. We do, the veto polls are on the blog, the Patreon blog right now. You can ask questions of our guest right now. There's the coloring sheet from yesterday. It's under the attachment, so you have to download it and print it. I think you can probably resize it too. So if you want to resize it to be a card front, you probably could, but I'm not sure how. Next Monday, we will have the Club Fun Plan and Chat call, Zoom call for the Club Fun members. And then on the 13th, what are we going to do? Hey, we are going to have an all patrons party to celebrate our having 100 patrons all at one time. I'm not sure if we have them now, but we had them all at one time and that's all it counted. So we're going to have a game day, and that's going to be a ton of fun. And I will go ahead and give you a hint. It does have to do with Craft Roulette trivia. All patrons have until Thursday night, midnight, to put in their cards. So we are at 130 cards, but we will probably go up a little bit higher. So, oh, you did see it. All right. Okay. It was very silly. I'm just learning how to do Procreate. And Sandy Boone was telling me, go do Procreate. So I'm learning, and I made her a picture. Join us Friday when the Purple Princess of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin joins us. Yes, Christine Bertram. Oh, she always brings a lot of fun. This will be her 6th visit. Can you believe it? 6th visit to Craft Roulette. She just is a glutton for punishment. And this time I will try to remember to prompt her and say, your line is, what is Craft Roulette? You don't have to answer it. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to read your comments before I shut up the shop for the night. Thursday, Fun Supporters and Up on Patreon will have details on these cards and more. And for you guys, have a great and wonderful night. If you're watching this on a replay, please let us know. Give us that thumbs up. That's always great. Share the fun, and I hope to see you Friday night. Yep, always wear your stretchy pants, because we stretch you right here on Fun University. Kissing those brains. Kissing to all of you. Thank you all. Good night. Stay safe. And let's just make cards and be nice. I like that part of the world. Appreciate y'all. Night, night.